Hello everyone! So in today's video, I will take you behind the scenes of my studio where I'm working on a graphite piece called Buried Wounds. This piece inspired me for today's talk. Through my art, I explore a lot of deep psychology like shadow work, inner demons, etc. I always thought about creating art as therapy process. As humans, we face some issues and have to deal with difficult emotions. Sometimes, feelings can be overwhelming and hard to deal with, to the point that you even feel shame just because you're going through something internally. So I simply learned to embrace my feelings, even the ones that are not so pleasant. Art is like an indirect way of expressing how we feel. When I release all my emotions on canvas or paper, I create beauty out of something so miserable like heartbreak or fear. Then, when I share it with people, they relate to it and the art makes them feel not so alone. Artists are powerful people in my opinion. By letting our rawest, deepest emotions out, we show other people that it's okay to feel bad sometimes. Hey, it's even encouraged. Whenever I'm going through something hard in life, rather than pushing it away, I let myself feel it, make it into art and then let it go. Drawing and painting my feelings helps me cope and embrace all sides of life. And the best part about all of it is that other people connect to it, maybe even someone who is not so in touch with their emotions, someone who is suffering in silence sees your artwork and doesn't feel so alone. So basically, my pieces are like my life diary. I paint my life out, the good and the bad. Then I can be sure that I lived to the fullest and experienced all my sadness, grief, anger, joy and happiness, etc. properly. That's also why my art name is Helena Artbook, as I want my paintings to be like a book, as a lot of them represent chapters of my life. You know what they say, acceptance is the first step to happiness. So whenever I paint or draw some difficult emotion, throughout the process I come to terms with it and accept it as it is. Once the creative process is done, it's like an experience I have a much better chance of letting go. Then, when I look at my paintings later, it's like a memory I can reflect on, a memory of difficult moment which I most of the time overcame. I'm not only drawing and painting the dark bits of life though. Of course, I also create from the happy moments, but the pieces which come out of misery are more meaningful in my opinion. Just to clarify, I don't share the opinion that artists have to suffer to create meaningful work, not at all. If we could choose not to experience any suffering, I'm sure all of us would rather live in paradise. What I mean is that suffering is inevitable. It hits us from time to time and we have to deal with it somehow. So when you look at this piece of art of a person who put their darkest and deepest emotions there, 1,000 words are said just in one painting or one drawing. In general, the demons you carry are hard to deal with. You might even be afraid to talk about it with your closest friends. And now, there you have it, a miserable feeling that you don't think is beautiful in any way, which you loathe and hate, is now expressed in an alluring painting. And you think, wow, so my monsters can be beautiful after all. I have never seen tragedy as something negative. Of course, it's never pleasant, but I always believe that without hard moments, our souls wouldn't achieve any growth. Think about it, why would we even be on this earth? Nobody will walk this path here on this planet without any aches, so why not embrace it a little? My art is also about transformation and breakthroughs. For example, this piece is about the breakthrough. The trauma you have to deal with for a long time and finally you are able to let it go. So this drawing reflects the buried aches and illustrates the experience of finally letting those aches go. That's why the girl is in a bliss state, because it feels blissful when you finally release something difficult, doesn't it? Also, the butterflies represent the buried wounds. They are dark and in the shadows and then come out to the light. So I followed the lightning of this piece to illustrate this transformation. I would strongly encourage you to do the same, to use art as a therapy. Even if you're not good at drawing or painting, take a canvas and let your emotions out. Do you feel truly terrible? Don't be afraid to do a very dark piece of art. Thank you so much for watching and listening. This piece has already found its new home with a very talented artist. Thank you very much. Until next time!